Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Acc Thursday, 24th of June 2021. We're looking at the papers. First up, New York Times, New York mayor's race. Eric Adams pulling ahead. I thought they were deciding who the mayor would be. They're just deciding who the Democratic candidate will be. Seems a bit convoluted. Over on the right, Supreme Court has upheld a student's First Amendment rights were violated. She was disciplined over a social media post, but they found that she made it outside of school grounds and on her own time, on her own page. So there you have it. Democrats seek to fund and reform the police. Okay, pandemic relief money is going to be used for law enforcement purposes, so hiring cops basically. Down here, a Hong Kong paper loudly backed democracy. China muted it. Yeah, they've arrested their editors and frozen their bank accounts, so big clampdown on media freedom in Hong Kong. Over on the right, Britney Spears' court story. Down the bottom, John McAfee died, RIP to a real one. New York Times International Edition, opinion piece on the left, democracy in Peru. So Pedro Castillo won by 44,000 votes, but the other candidate, Miss Fujimori, has refused to accept defeat, basically claiming the election was fraudulent. Sounds kind of familiar. Over on the right, cases surge in countries that relied on the China vaccine. Down here, some guy has cracked the Zodiac killer code. Really not much use now after all these years. USA Today, NFL player came out as gay. Over on the left, vaccine rollout stuff. Down the bottom, how vulnerable is the US to hacks like the Colonial Pipeline. Wall Street Journal, Hong Kong newspaper story. Warren Buffett steps down as trustee of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Okay, sure, more will come out in that story in time. Story about the US Afghan exit is seen hastening government's fall. Okay, government might collapse in Afghanistan. Financial Times story from yesterday. HMS Defender was on patrol in the Crimean Sea and they claim that nothing happened, but the Russians claim they fired warning shots and dropped bombs in front of it. So choose your own narrative there. Story down here about Euro 2020 VIPs been able to skip quarantine at the Wembley finals. National Post from Canada, shocking discovery of lots of unmarked graves at a residential school, probably of children. Another horrific story coming out about the residential schools. Sussex's declined son's title because it started with dumb. Okay, that's Harry and Meghan refused the title Earl of Dumbarton for their son Archie because it contained the word dumb. It does sound a little bit like a royal snub. The Australian COVID fears, lads out spraying the pavement. They've had a few cases, can't travel between the different states. Something about rollout of Pfizer jabs. True crime story from the other day. Global Times, President Xi, dear leader, saying hello to the taikonauts on the space station. Irish Examiner, human interest story, reopening story. Down the bottom, ESRI, that's a government-funded and business-backed think tank saying the economy should be back on track by 2022, I guess barring any massive collapse of the global financial system. Irish Times, same human interest story, something about property, same ESRI story, Delta variant story. Irish Independent, property story about the fishing industry protesting in Dublin because they're under pressure, same ESRI story. Irish Sun, Britney Spears, true crime. Irish Daily Mail, Sheryl Sandberg. This woman is worth nearly $2 billion. Shoshana Zuboff described her as the typhoid Mary of surveillance capitalism because she spread the surveillance capitalism from Google to Facebook. Anyway, what you saying? I was told at Facebook that I was middle-aged at 35. I mean, fair enough. The life expectancy in Ireland is about 82. So if we divide that up into 3, then you'd be middle-aged between 27 and 54. I think that's a fair enough statement. Same human interest story there. The Guardian, police officer convicted of footballer's manslaughter. That guy there was Dalian Atkinson. He was having a manic episode and the cop who came along tasered him for 33 seconds. You're only supposed to do it for 5 seconds. And then when he hit the ground, he kicked him twice in the head. So there you go. Over on the right, some guy still recovering from COVID after 10 months. That sounds pretty horrific. Same story down the bottom about the UK and the ship. Independent, same Dalian Atkinson story. 4 stories across the top. Delta variant, UK climate efforts, the Royals' role in modern Britain, okay, football. Same story about the HMS Defender down the bottom. Daily Torygraph, there's Boris meeting herself, Queen of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, Duke of Normandy and the Lord of Man, Defender of the Faith and Duke of Lancaster. She is of course also the mother of Prince Andrew, still wanted for questioning regarding the paedophile billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein, RIP. Something about holidays in Europe. Down here, Alistair Heath, he's the editor of The Telegraph. He's previously written in favour of this mad conspiracy theory of cultural Marxism, which is favoured by a lot of people on the right. Anyway, what's he saying? Decadent Britain is sleepwalking into a vortex of permanent decline. Probably on the money with that one. The Times, something about junk food, same HMS Defender story. You won't stop our ships, defiant Britain tells Putin. Haha. Alright. Queen voices pity to the Prime Minister. Daily Express, same HMS Defender story, same photo of Boris and Queenie. Something about Prince Charles giving cash to Harry. Alright, bit of a non-story. Daily Mail, massive, exclusive, dramatic, on board the HMS Defender, Putin gunboat fire, yeah. Daily Mirror, some big human interest story about people doing nice things for each other. Football, Metro, football, same Dalian Atkinson story, ad for Iceland, all this for £5, 2 pizzas and a thing of Budweiser. That actually sounds alright. Alright, that's it for the day, thankfully. If you want to stay off corporate or even state media, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.